Hi everyone, I think it's time to start.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's working. I hope it's working. There is obviously a delay between you and us. You and us. I've got to make sure that I look at the camera, not at the big massive screen I'm controlling. But yeah, if you can hear us, if you can see us, give us a comment, give us a bit of support. This is the first time we're doing this. I've done a few live streams myself. You haven't done a live stream, have you?
I haven't, this is my first one, it's going to be exciting.
You don't. Also, you're not controlling anything.
No.
You've got an easy time. You just got to sit there and look pretty. I've got all the controls by my feet, but I was looking over here, looking over there.
Yeah, if Thumper is stressed out a little bit, you know, that's because he's actually freaked out about something.
I've been at work all day. He's been at home. I was at work. So, do you want to talk about why we're here today? So, what's going on? Why are we just taking over Club F.O.D socials?
Oh, there's a bit of a double audio. Yeah, that might just be a situation throughout. We tried to sort out the mics before, but if there's a little bit of a double audio or echo, we're so sorry. We are going to be fixing them. Hi, Sophie.
Hello.
I see a couple of people are already watching, so let's carry on. Welcome to the Weekly Woof. We decided to do a little bit of a talk show live stream about Kink and Fetish. I feel like that's a very not understood section of the LGBT community, and just quite a few communities in general. And throughout lockdown, we thought we would do a bit of a talk chat between two people from that community about certain issues, how we got into kink and fetish, also about some LGBT stuff, and a lot more. So I am Zael.
I'm Thumper, so I'm looking at Jamie.
Oh, hi, Jamie.
But I'm Thumper. So I don't know. Are we talking about ourselves yet? Because you're pretty much running today's show. I'm doing all the
Oh, we'll figure it out as we go, I think. Yeah.
So what we plan on doing today then? So we're going to discuss about ourselves a bit more in detail later.
Yeah, I think that it's a good thing to, for you to get to know us a little bit. How we, just in general as people, also how we got into the kink and fetish scene, and how we got to today, basically, and who we are. Then we're going to have a little bit of a break. I think Thumper is planning a little bit of a game, just to have some time to between segments. And then our second segment will be what kink means in general, and what fetish means, and also what kink and fetish mean to us, because I feel like it's a very personal thing that means a lot of things to different things to different people. So that would be quite fun. Yeah, that's fine.
I can hear a double echo, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. Before we do that, I just want to have a little bit of a disclaimer. Obviously, a lot of things that we're going to be talking about here are involved with, a bit more sexual practices. It is all going to be informational, and we're going to try to keep it as PG as possible. However, it has to be said that this is going to be a +18 stream. Everything that we're going to be talking about is educational, though. So I thought I would have a bit of a disclaimer there. Should we start?
Yeah, I think it's start. I think I've sorted the echo out. I think I have. If you could let me know that the echo's sorted, I've tried to do my best while on the fly to try and sort it. Hopefully, it's all better for everyone at home. So do we want to talk? So do you want me to talk about myself and who I am?
Yeah, you can start. Is the question. I don't think you know, but let's start with that.
Yeah, so I'm Thumper. I am old. I know I don't look it. I look very old. Everyone says that. There you go. It's much better. Yeah, thank you. So I'm 20. I know how to use OBS, supposedly. I don't know how, but somehow I've learned in a few days. I started off as a pup, as a lot of people do, and I progressed. So I think I'll talk about how I got to being a pup, and then talk a bit more about what I've got into recently. So I started out as a pup.
Oh, by the way, before we start, oh, hi, buddy. That's one of our friends who started watching the chat. So, I don't know if we should explain what a pup is because. Okay, good, good, good.
We have got some time.
Okay.
I want to explain a bit about. There's just like, and I do other stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of things on the socials going, oh, is a pup? And I'm like, oh, I am a pup. But I'll explain what pup means.
Yes.
I'll explain a bit more in detail how I got to be there. So I started out quite young, I think, but generally people start out quite young, but not in the past, not as much. But yeah, I think I was quite young. I moved away from home at the age of 18 and not to uni. So, which is, I find is quite hard because you go to uni, you meet people that are similar age, got similar interests. If you move to work, you've literally found 26, 7-year-olds, people who are nearly 10 years older than you are, and you're in a totally foreign environment. So I wanted to try and find people like me. So I wanted to find other homosexuals, as we say. So what's the only way to find the local gay scene? But is wear less clothes. If I'm with Eva. Oh, okay. You want me to turn my mic up a little bit? Sorry, I am trying to work on the fly here. So I started off. So give me 2 seconds. I will sort out the audio. So I started off moving away from home. I went to. I'm going to move my mic onto the other side because I keep looking at Zael, and I think that's the problem here.
I mean, I know your history, so I can just continue. Yeah, that's fine. So yes, he moved away from home. He got into Reading. Didn't know a lot of people. Where did you go? Okay, he went whenever he went, and um,
I don't know if that's better. I hope that's a little bit better. Yeah, the speakers are off on the laptop. I think this is a bit better. I've just put it right underneath my big gob. So I hope that's a lot better for you guys. If it is, just let me know. What was I going to say? So yes, so I moved away from my hometown and went to Slough. Someone asked me, who's Thumper? And I'm like, hey, I'm Thumper. Moved away from town and I moved to a lovely place called Slough. I didn't move to Reading, I moved to Slough first, which is, if no one knows Slough, it's probably one of the greatest places to live. It's just a big, massive industrial estate, and the high street's dreadful. I moved away, tried to find out the local gay scene, and the only way to do that is going on Grindr. So I also had a partner at the time, so I was just looking for friends, as they say. I was just looking for friends, actually. And I met a few people, chatted to a few people, but never really did anything sexually because I was in a relationship. Later on, then I ended up, we had a bit of a breakup because of long distance, and then I forgot loves that. And then I started meeting people. I met this lovely couple, started talking to them, doing stuff with them. But also at the time I was speaking to a pup that's quite well known within the scene, and started getting involved and started doing stuff, but also started talking about stuff on Grindr, the best app in the world, and this is not a plug for Grindr. And then I eventually just went, I'll get a hood. So pups generally wear this dog-like.
I have one there.
Don't get it.
Oh, fine.
You've got a mic on, you'll pull the whole laptop and it'll all go to mess.
It's a long cable.
So it's like, you might see it's like, mainly they're neoprene, they go around and get a bit of a muzzle. So I ended up just going, for my birthday, I'm going to buy a hood because I had a lot of money come from a family. So I bought one, and then I went, and that probably went from there. Then I just sort of kicked off, started going to events, started going to more things, got this one into the bit of the UK scene, and I started meeting people and chatting to people, and you start exploring. And I'll talk a bit more about why I enjoy kink and fetish a bit later and what kink fetish is, but it really helped me evolve as a person, and I think I've evolved and I've started to like leather. I've got a leather waistcoat tonight. Didn't want to go full leather because I'm getting sweaty already. So full leather would not be a good idea. I do a bit of rubber. I do enjoy a bit of impact play, a bit of BDSM. But that's probably about me. And I'll talk a bit more about why kink fetish is important to me. But I think that's a bit of a summary about how I got into the scene and what I'm about. So I don't know if you want to chat about when I met you, because that's pretty much when you started, isn't it? When I chatted to you.
A couple of months before, yeah. So I am originally from Poland, so I'm not from here. I moved to England for university, but I had like a weird course where I could take a placement year in between my second and my final year of bachelor's. So I decided that I was getting a little bit sick of England, of the grey weather, and I said, where can I go that is as far away from England as possible? And I chose Australia. So I went to Perth for my placement year, just working in a lab and having a great time, to be honest. But during my time in Perth, I got to know a couple of pups, funnily enough, again. It seems like a gateway situation here. I got to know a couple of pups that I became really good friends with. And the thing that you don't see really much in England, but you see in Australia, especially in Perth, is the fact that pups usually go out to a club or a bar together, and they wear their hoods, and it's very community based, but they're very open about it. So I would go to a gay club, or I would go to a gay bar, or even to like a normal venue, and I would see a bunch of people who had those hoods on, just sitting around chatting, having a good time. And I thought, because some of my friends were already pups, I would like hang out with them. I will get to know them. I was in kind of the situation where I lost a couple of friends, so I was looking for some new friends either way. So that's what I started doing. I started going out with them. I started hanging out with them a lot more. And at some point, you get drunk. You start having like fun drinking games and stuff before you go out.
You do not support alcohol.
We don't. We do not. We do not. No, this is not.
You don't need alcohol to have a good time.
Absolutely, I had a good time having alcohol. That doesn't mean that everyone. But at some point, I was drinking, and I was like, "Hi, can I put your hood on?" So I put one of my friends' hood on, and I have to say I never looked back. It was just something so fun and social to me to do at the beginning. But sadly, I kind of discovered my pup side, and I bought my hood. I think like a month before I had to move back, so I just couldn't explore as much as I wanted to in Australia. So I moved back to England for my final year of university, and I got chatting with a couple of people, especially including Thumper. And I went to my first pup event that October. Got to know a lot of people and just have a good time. I think the one thing that I have learned about doing kink and fetish in general is the fact that you meet people from a lot of different places, and you are all connected by that sort of fun, playful thing, and that's really enjoyable. I think Thumper has went a little bit onwards and isn't doing pup as much anymore as he as.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
No.
I was like, what are you saying here? Don't try and dig me into a hole here.
No. Whereas I am predominantly a pup. So most of the things that I do in the kink and fetish community are to do with me being a pup. I do enjoy leather. I do enjoy rubber. I do. Uh, I do enjoy other stuff, but yeah, I would be predominantly a pup.
Yeah, someone just said I'm a rabbit, which is true.
You're a bunny.
We could talk. Maybe if we could talk about different. This is another question for you guys at home. What would you like us to talk about? Because we've got a total range that we could talk about. I don't know if you said, because I was trying to do some technical differences. We are going to try and get a guest with us each week. So,
yes.
So unfortunately this week, well, not unfortunately, we've sort of decided, we went, actually, it's better for you guys, you people out there, to try and learn a bit about us. Let's give a bit more time so you can have a bit of interaction, we can have a bit of chat, a bit relaxed for the first time, then we'll try and get some guests. So if you want a subject, let us know. You can message us at Animagi CIC on Facebook and Twitter, little plug there, or you can message on the Club F.O.D Facebook or Twitter. Or can you message on YouTube? I don't know if you can message on YouTube.
Well, I think if you leave a comment on YouTube, it's going to be registered because
I don't know if you can actually text
No,
I don't think you can. Anyway, leave a comment down below, leave a comment wherever you are. Also, just send a message on any of the socials, Animagi or Club F.O.D. Just let us know, oh, we'd like a discussion on animal roleplay, or we'd like a discussion on BDSM. And then we will try our hardest to try and find a guest that we feel that would be a great fit for that, and we can have that as one of our shows for the week. So but this week, as I said, we're trying to keep it quite casual, quite social, so you get to know us in a little bit more detail. So it's not all so rushed and so I don't know what the word is. Not rushed.
We don't want to overdo it for the first time, because obviously we're setting it up technically, and we would like to get and for you to get to know us more. Sorry, I just hit it. Before we start introducing other guests, I feel like that would be a lot nicer for us too.
Mostly, I'm still quiet. I don't know how. Look, every time, people say to me, "Oh, you're not quiet." People say, "Oh, you're too loud. You're too loud," and it's like.
It's fine. I have that. Well, my voice is apparently piercing, and it's been causing issue with the microphone. So that's also.
So I'm trying now, and I hope this is a little bit better for everyone. I've turned my mic up really loud, and this is why we haven't got a guest this week, because after all the technical difficulties, we wouldn't have a time to do it.
I like how your mic is really loud and mine is on minus.
Oh yeah, I'm on like 2 decibels extra, and you're on like -4. You're like going loud, and I'm like having to turn myself up so loud. I've got quite a casual voice. I'm just relaxed. I'm calm. I know what I'm doing. The microphone knows. The microphone knows what, Pip? Pip, what does the microphone know that we don't know? Anyway, comment down. It's nice to see that people are having a good time. It's nice that people are...
No, I have a reverb, apparently.
Reverb is like an echo.
Oh.
Literally, I swear, we did do a test run with these. We did a test run with the mics, and we made sure that there was nothing going wrong. But I don't know. I think it is our first time. I'm trying to work on the fly to try and just make sure that we have as good as sound quality and as good as time as we possibly can.
The loud one. Who would have thought?
Excuse me. I am not that loud. I am a little bit loud, but I'm not that loud. Reverb is not echo. Audio nerd triggered. Okay, don't start. Literally, I'm trying to learn this. Normally I just get someone else to do this. Normally I'm in front of the camera going, "Hey guys, hello. So I'm going to talk about something and blah 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 blah." And I've got someone with about 15 monitors in front of them doing all technical. For once, I'm having to do stuff. It's weird.
Well, welcome to having to have a talk show with someone who literally explodes a computer when he touches it.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
You
I just break stuff.
I was like, you can do social media.
I will sort the technical
At
stuff
least
out.
I can write properly.
So don't start. So I think what the plan is for now after we've had a bit of chat is, I think we've got a game planned, haven't we? So we're going to have a bit of a game. I don't know if I don't think I cued the music.
Well, that's disappointing, isn't
I
it?
know I didn't cue the game music. Anyway, we're going to have a bit of a game now, I think, in a few minutes. Then what we're going to do is finish the game. We're going to talk a bit more in detail about what kink and fetish is and what kink and fetish to us. What does it mean to us?
Yes.
Talk about ownership. But also, if you want to, what would be nice in the next few, while we're doing the game show and interacting, message down below, what does kink and fetish mean, and what do you think kink and fetish means, and what does kink and fetish mean to you? So message down below, what do you think kink and fetish means, and what does it mean to you? And that sounds very complicated, and I feel like I might get full paragraphs of text, but just briefly,
We'll
just
try to
and
read
describe.
them. I'm not making any promises.
Yeah, we'll try and read them.
I can barely read what's on the screen. I don't have my glasses on.
No, you need glasses. This is why I put my glasses on, because I was like, I need to see. So I think if we go to the game, so we've got a lovely game today. Unfortunately, I haven't got the game music, so I've been so busy. I've been working all week, so we'll go on to the game. Are we ready? I'm trying to cue it up. So we're going to go make a nice animation, and we're going to disappear for a second and go, ready?
Oh, that was a nice transition.
I think that was lovely. At least some it's working. So we are now.
Oh God, do I need to unpin my mic?
No, you don't need to unpin your mic yet. So we're now there. So we're now in the top. I think the top. Is it top right?
Top right.
We're now in the top right. Hello. We've moved over here so we can actually see what's going on. What the plan is today is we're going to do. Well, I'm not going to do anything. Zael's going to do a virtual treasure hunt. So what the rules of the treasure hunt is that Zael is going to get a few minutes. I think he's going to get 2 minutes, a minute. I'm going to try and get the time.
A minute. 2 minutes. If I don't find something in 2 minutes, it's not going to be found. I'm
it's
sorry.
not going to be found. He's got. So what he's going to have is going to have a minute. A minute. I'm going to try and transition to the minute on. Woo!
Right.
It doesn't say a minute, but will say a minute. I'm trying to work out what to do. So what we're going to do is try and get a minute on the stopwatch like that. It's not going to stop for me.
You have to untick the automatic stuff.
No, but it doesn't look. It starts automatically. But we'll work out. I'll click this. I'll start the timer when he starts going. And what he's got to do, he's got to find whatever I say. He's got to find. He's going to come, explain what he's found, tell us what he's found, and say why he chose that item.
Well, by the way, I'm sorry for any unimaginative choices. We tried test running it, and he gave me a item that starts with X, which he doesn't have a xylophone at home, so I didn't know what to take. So I'll try my best to be funny, but yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna give him a minute. So are we ready? Someone says my room's a mess. Yes, Zael is also staying with me at the moment. So because of lockdown, you live alone. You're lonely. So what's been decided was that someone would come and stay with me for lockdown. So Zael's staying with me for lockdown. That's why we're allowed to sit in the same room. He is less than 2 meters away because he is in my bubble and he lives with me for the meantime over lockdown.
We're trying to keep it informational.
Keep it informational. Social, not sexual. So he's living with me. So he's actually going to go around my house hunting for stuff. So
yes.
Are we ready? I'm going to press the next button with my foot.
Oh, wait. Do I unpin my microphone now?
Yeah, I would pin your mic and just hold it just in that position because you're going to go in a minute. So I think that might work. So I'm going to try and do this with my foot. Oh, you've got to find something beginning with D. Are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm going to mute your mic. And you've got 1 minute starting now. Go. So the D, it's a D. Something beginning with D. Go anywhere in the house. Just make sure you shut the door afterwards. I don't want to draft. It's cold in here. I made sure this room's nice and warm. So he's going to try and find something beginning with D. Now, this is, we're trying to keep this PG, so hopefully he doesn't come up with anything that I have to somehow magically blur. I don't think he will do. But he's got to try and find something beginning with D. What do you think he's going to find with D? It's probably an impossible task. Oh, no.
How much do I have?
You've got about 20 seconds left. There's loads of stuff around the side. I told you there's something beginning with D. It's right in front of your face. Look, no, turn around. Behind you. It's behind you. No, on the left. Go on the left. No, left. Behind you. Look at that long thing. The long thing in the corner. That one. You ran out of time. You failed that.
Oh no!
But you can come and show what you found eventually.
Okay. Wait, where's the microphone?
Oh, I've muted you, so you can. There you go. I don't know. So, you don't have to hold it like Britney Spears. So what did you find? So what's this?
It is called a doo-doo-doo. Yes.
Yeah. But,
am I right?
Yeah. Hold the mic over there. It's a didgeridoo. You tried. I tried to play it.
It's fine. You can blow it.
So he found a didgeridoo. So that's the first one.
Yes.
So we've got 5 rounds.
I mean, you've seen. Well, you haven't seen. You haven't heard me either. I was shouting from the other side of the kitchen, saying, "I don't know what to take." So I'm not going to explain why I took this.
No, you just grabbed it.
Which one to grab?
I felt so sorry for you. I think that's a point to me. So we're going to go for the next one. So the next one is. Oh, I'm going to see if I can do this. Find something you would take on holiday. Are we ready?
On holiday.
Something on holiday. Yeah, that's it. Ready?
Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
On your marks. Get set. Go. Hopefully that's time. Yes, time started. So find something you start on holiday. God, he always heads right for my room, and I'm like, there's nothing in my room. You can't find anything in my room. It's an absolute tip. Also, they decided to clean up today, and the thing is that when people decide to clean up, they don't clean up. They just move. They just move stuff. They just pick it up and just put it in your room, and you're like, that's not tidying. That's just moving stuff around. You're gonna tidy. You've got to put stuff away. So my bedroom's an even more of a mess. You found something? Oh my god, that was quick.
To be honest, it was actually quite a good one.
I think it's a good one. So yeah, it's a very good one you found. So you put the mic back on. Flip your mic back on. That's it. You got that within the time actually. So
thank you. How much time did I have left?
You had about 15 seconds left. So what did you find?
Yeah, pseudo is right. It is actually surprisingly hard because you actually have so much stuff that you
we haven't got that much time.
Okay,
like, come on, we've only got another 5 minutes to do this segment, and we've got 3 more to find.
Okay, so I found a multi-tool. I think that it's a must for any sort of vacation, whether or not you have a flamingo ride, maybe it's a beach thing, but I think that a multi-tool is very useful for any sort of outdoorsy activity. You never know when you're going to be trapped in a cave and you only have some nuts to eat, so you have to crack them open. Or when you are trapped in a net and you need to cut it open. You know, it's just very useful for general, very casual exercises outdoors.
Yeah, it's a nice Ted Baker one as well. We're not promo.
Well, hopefully.
I think I can't smell if it's leather because all I can smell is my leather waistcoat. But I think it's leather.
I think it's leather.
I think it's a leather pouch. Talking about fetishes, leather.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this for scouting? Is this for a scouting holiday? Actually, this was the first thing I got when I moved into my new flat from my parents, because they said the one thing you're going to need when you move into a new house is a multi-tool, because you're going to have to, every time you're going to go in your house, there's going to be something you need to fix, and a multi-tool is so easy, small, easy, and you can use it. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to go on holiday that much, and I haven't gone on camping holiday only been on one camping holiday in the last 2 years, so I'll have to go on a camping holiday. Jamie, if you want to go on a camping holiday with me, let me know. We can go on a camping holiday and we can use the multi-tool. So
just to use the multi-tool.
just to use the multi-tool. Are we ready for the next one?
Oh God, I need to do more. Yes, right. I need to unpin myself. Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, I'm trying to play it with my foot. This is so technical. Oh, it's find a yellow item. Are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm going to mute you. Ready, set, and go. So I'm going to talk a bit about hanky code because I thought, oh, this is a nice time. So I don't camp, I glamp. Oh, darling, you glamp. So what we're going to talk about, oh, so the hanky code. So actually something in the Kink and Fetish community and the wider LGBTQ plus gay community is that people flag, so they show what they like by wearing certain coloured handkerchiefs. So you would have different coloured handkerchiefs to describe what you like.
I found one.
So yes, you ruined the sofa. Every time you sit down, you ruin the bloody sofa. So
I would respond. Like this.
Put your mic on. So what did you find? You was quite quick with that one. I think you've decided to keep going for the kitchen now. What did you find?
Yes, well, I didn't see any yellow thing. Like yellow is a very specific number,
colour,
and foreign. Leave me alone. But it's a very specific colour, and I didn't see anything yellow in your other room, so I thought that this would work. These are Dettol multi-purpose cleaning wipes. Fun fact: they can be used very multi-purposefully, and in some cases also in context of kink and fetish. I'm not going to go into detail about what you're going to be using them for. Yeah. I'm
general cleaning. Unfortunately, I don't really flag yellow, do I? I'm more grey, don't I? I've got most grey. I do flag yellow. I do flag yellow, but I don't have stuff that flags yellow.
I don't flag yellow.
Oh, we just need.
Please don't flag me yellow.
We need Argo. So we're going to go for the next one. Argo's one of our pup friends. So so unfortunately we can't all go out partying, but I know someone loves to go partying. So what we're going to do is you're going to find something that you'll take part in. Are we ready?
I'm always ready. Exactly what I'm...
Ready, go! You've got to take the mic off as well. Go on, hurry up. I've muted you so no one can hear you. I don't know why you're giving me the mic.
I don't know.
I've got a mic. Look, it's just there. Come on, go. Find something that you take clubbing. So there are many, I would say, clubs and bars are a really great place to meet people. And unfortunately, during lockdown, we're not able to do that. And I think it's taken a real impact to our community, kink fetish and wider LGBTQ plus community. All we've found something, and it's something I like. So please be aware of that. F.O.D is doing an amazing thing. You can put the mic on while I'm talking. F.O.D is doing an amazing thing with this F.O.D TV, but I don't think it's a replacement for clubs and bars. And I think a lot of clubs and bars are having going to have a bit of a problem after lockdown. So support your local bars, especially your local LGBTQ plus venues.
Yay!
Yay! Oh God, that was very promo-y, wasn't it? I'm doing quite well here. So, Zael, what did you find?
I found this beautiful crop top that
It's a bit mesmerising on the screen.
I know. Yes.
Ooh.
I have this beautiful crop top that I actually have a version for, and Thumper just, copied me.
No, I got it first.
I bought it before you bought it.
Yeah, but I actually got it first.
Yes, therefore you copied me. It's fine. It's okay. Not everyone has to be so trend-setting like I am. It's fine.
So currently we've got a didgeridoo, some wipes, a multi-tool.
I don't think I'm going for a theme with this one.
No, I don't know where the hell we're going. We're definitely not going glamping. Are we ready for the next one? The next one and the last one is find something you dislike of mine.
Oh God.
Wait, I'm going to mute you.
Get all of the things.
Well, I've muted you so they can't hear you. So I'm going to mute you. You're muted and you're going to go fine. I haven't started the time yet. Get back. I haven't started the time. Are you ready? Now you can go. Go. Oh, it's taking a lot more time than I thought. Still got a whole show to do. So, I hope he didn't find anything that I dislike. It's probably going to be some form of clothing. Knowing him, he's bit of that sort of person. Love it. I can talk about him behind his back. Oh, he's come back. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't come back. He's trying to find something. But yeah, you can talk behind his back. You can go out the room and you're like, oh, you've got 25 seconds left.
Oh shit!
No swearing. It said. Thank God you probably didn't hear that because he hasn't got his mic on, and I have.
Have it.
Really? Anyway, he's going to come and show you what.
Oh, no one hears me. It's fine.
There you go. You can put your mic on and then I'll unmute you. And I'm going to currently just quickly, while you do that, actually find out where I got this. I know where I've got it, but I just want to make sure that I give them the right promo because they're an LGBTQ plus store. But anyway, so I've now got it. So what did you find? What did you find that you dislike of mine?
I dislike. This is just a symbol of what I dislike about Thumper. So this is a beautiful book about queer design and about different symbols within the queer community. And it's a lovely book. However, Thumper is a very big advocate for LGBT rights and issues. I know. You know, when you live with him 24/7 every single day, you have to have with them 24/7, and you have to have a discussion about LGBT history / culture. Yes, it gets a little bit tiring.
Yeah, so I actually passed me the book. So I actually bought this book on an LGBTQ plus site that is run by actually someone who I think is in the Kink and Fetish scene, if I'm right. I believe so. Anyway, they sell all sort of LGBTQ plus comics, books, DVDs, all sorts, and they're called proud-geek.co.uk and at Proud Geek Store on Twitter. Definitely give them a follow. Definitely support your local LGBTQ plus bars. Support your LGBTQ plus organisations. Definitely support. If anyone wants to put their address down in the YouTube, that would be amazing. So
in the YouTube.
I feel
60-year-old.
I feel like an old person. Anyway, I think that concludes our game. So are we ready to do are we going to do quick transitions? We'll see if we can do the transition. We're ready? Ready.
What are we doing?
We're going to transition. Ready?
Yes.
Woo!
Oh, wow.
There you go. We're all on full screen. Look, I'm getting the hang of this, aren't I? Slowly but surely we're getting the hang of this. So I think that goes on to our next section. So what's our next section?
Our next section is just Kink and Fetish and what do they mean to us?
Did you want me to start about talk? As someone moans, oh, I'm very much an advocate and I'm very much talk about this sort of stuff quite.
As much as I moan at you for this, I think that you are very good at talking about what objectively, you know. Oh.
Carry on.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Yeah, can you deal with him for me?
Come on, we've got time.
Yes, but I think that you'll be a better candidate for just explaining in general what Kink and Fetish are. Or you'll skin me if I say something wrong either way, so I'm gonna leave it to you.
At least I can keep track of thought.
You really can't.
No, I can't actually.
Continue.
No. Now I've just got all stuff around my feet as well. It's a bit annoying. So what are we going to talk about? So kink. So kink and fetish. So we use these words. So some people use these words interchangeably. That's not correct. Some people use these words in quite harsh way. They're like, this is wrong. This is bad. And kink and fetish.
They're quite derogatory in some contexts.
Yeah, they can be. And I think a fetish isn't a problem because as long as it doesn't take over your life and doesn't affect your day-to-day life, then it's not an issue. If it does, then it becomes into the realm of paraphernalias and mental conditions. But generally, what a kink and fetish is not something that gets into that stream. It's something that you enjoy, that you understand, and you have a boundary with. So,
and as you said, I think that there's a clear distinction to be made between taking over your life and being an integral part of your life. You can enjoy kink and fetish and and also, you know, not have it be the first thing that you wake up to or go to sleep to. Yeah, so there is a very clear distinction between that.
Yeah. So what we talk about when we talk about kink and fetish, and we're talking about them in a separate term because they not all fetishes are kinks, and not all, it's a bit of a they're very closely related. Yeah, overlapping. But
Venn diagram, if for anyone who does maths.
Talking about. But so I'm going to start with the first one. So kink. So I'm going to ask you the question because I know that you probably are going to have the right answer, but I just want to see what your opinion of it. So what to you is a kink?
So for me, a kink is an attraction to a specific action that you can take. Whether it doesn't have to be sexual, it can be just a feeling of happiness or pleasure taken from a specific action. There's a very large diversity within kinks. Some of them pertain to physical pleasure. For example, impact play is very big on having a physical pleasure from from certain actions. But I think it's not just sexual, and it's not just physical.
So I always say, generally I say the kink is an action in which you gain gratification, and gratification, as we all know, is not always sexual. I gain gratification when I have cuddles. Yep. But we normally say kink is an action which is unconventional, so not normal, doing quotation marks, and you get gratification from. We get gratification from a lot of stuff in our day-to-day life, and it doesn't always mean sexual. It just means a sense of happiness. That's what I say gratification is, a sense of happiness, and happiness can be shown in different forms. Yeah. And we all know, we all love each other, and we all show happiness to each other in all different forms: cuddling, kissing, handshakes, praising, all different behaviours. So then we're going to talk about a bit about what fetish is. So if we say kink's an action, what's a fetish?
Yeah, so whereas kink is an action, fetish is more an attraction to an object.
Or item, yeah.
Or item.
Or body part.
Yes.
So it can be attraction to something.
Yeah, so
it's not to an action, it's to an object or an item.
Yes.
So if you say it's like what is it? It. You know what I mean? Like it's an it. So it's like a toe, or it's like a shoe, or it's like a bottle. That's so fetishes are generally something that an object or item or piece of clothing like leather, which you gain gratification from. And generally we always say this is out of the norm. As Pip says.
Yeah, I do agree with that. However, I do think that some forms, it is out of the norm, but I think that kinks can be just gratification from an action. It doesn't have to be out of the norm.
Yeah, but I think generally, even though we say, it depends what you class as normal, because to me, I generally go around in this lifestyle quite a bit, and to me now this has become normal. And to me, I'm going, oh, well, I don't know what out of the norm is, but you got to think about it from someone, just general population. You've got to say, general population, if I said this to a random person on the street, how would they behave to me?
I guess I've been in the kink group / kink and fetish group and scene for such a long time. I just, like, even if it's just normal friends, I would say something to them and they would know me. So they'll be like, oh, it's Anatole, like it's fine.
Yeah, so it's very much like you've got to try and take it from the perspective of the average person. To some people, it'll be very extreme. They do some stuff, they'll go, but then to other people, they'll go, oh, that's a bit, I'm not sure if you should be saying that. And some people, it's like, oh yeah, that's my usual weekend. Do you know what I mean? So it's trying to get that average and going, oh, that's sort of what people's idea of if I'm saying this. And I think it's, Ask your nan what's the norm. No, I've many. I have heard many stories, and generally of where older parents,
grandparents are actually so much more accepting.
But I'm saying, like, you don't want to know, because you don't want to know what your gran or your mum or your dad do, because I've heard times where someone's gone, oh, I told my parents what I'm into kink and fetish, and they went, oh, don't worry, darling, I did that when I in the last 20 years when I met your mum or you met your dad.
Oh, God.
And it's like just the awkwardest situation, and you don't want to go there. So don't ask your nan, don't ask your mum, don't ask your dad, don't ask your parents, don't ask your carers, don't ask them, because you don't want to hear it. So I think I think I've described what a kink and fetish is. Kink is an action, fetish is an object, and it's normally
attraction to.
Yeah, attraction to an action or attraction to an object, which gains you gratification, which gratification is not all sexual, it's a form of gaining happiness. I think that sort of summarises what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's
I do ramble on. We both ramble on.
It's fine. I cut you out too, like a couple of times too.
No, it's fine. But I think I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna talk a bit about what kink and fetish is to me and why it's important to me, and then we've got about 5 minutes to talk about it each other, and then we've got a quiz.
2.5 minutes each. Come on, let's go.
I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So what? No, we've got 5 minutes each, because then we've got 5 minutes to the end.
What do you mean? Continue.
Okay. Anyway. So kink and fetish to me is, I think, is something quite important to me, and I'm hopefully not going to tear up doing this. And it's something that's really helped me throughout later in my life. Trying to explore my sexual orientation and my gender later on my gender identity. Kink fetish has really helped me, and meeting friends and chatting to people has really supported me. Kink fetish to me is something where you're not judged for what you do or what you like. As long as you are being safe, consensual, and within the laws of the country we're in. God save the Queen. God save Jamie Wake. The Queen of F.O.D. No one judges you, and you're allowed to explore better than you would ever do anywhere else. And if I hadn't had that space to explore, I don't think I would be in. I'm still not in an amazing place, and I'm still trying to learn who I am. But I still wouldn't think I would be in such a state where I'm accepting of myself, because I haven't been able to explore. It is Trans Awareness Week, and I'm going to talk a bit about that if I'm allowed to for a few minutes. So Trans Awareness Week, and it's an important thing. And generally you do find a lot of the trans community in kink fetish. And me being recently came out, I opened the door and went, okay, actually I do feel this way, and I came out as non-binary. I do present quite masculine, but I do change most of the time. But I do change, and also kink fetish allows me to do that. Sometimes I can look really hyper masculine in leather, and sometimes I can put a bodice on and put certain clothing on.
You have that awful corset that you can't walk in, but yes,
I love the corset. But anyway, I can then wear something that's very feminine, and present feminine, and no one judges. And also I would do stuff that I wouldn't feel comfortable doing in day-to-day life, but for some reason kink fetish, it's like, oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you like that, I like this, we're totally different people, deal with it. And I think that's the main thing.
That's the main rule, is be consensual, obviously, and
be safe,
and be safe, and also no kink shaming. Anyone can do whatever they want as long as those 3 rules are abiding by.
You shouldn't shame anyone for anything.
Exactly.
Religion, sexual orientation, gender identity.
Absolutely.
And if they are, then I don't think they're a part of our community. I don't think you should be judging someone if they are being safe, consensual within the laws of the country. Then they shouldn't be judged.
There shouldn't be problems.
But anyway, do you want to? Now I've talked a bit about what's gone about me. Do you want to talk a bit about yourself?
Yeah. Well, for me, I don't have that much of a deep involvement in kink.
I'm just old.
Only, yeah, old. 20. I'm 23. Who's old here?
Oh, something's dropped.
But for me, kink is just something to have fun with, and it's something very social actually.
Oh, totally social.
I am not that much of a kinky person in the bedroom. It's really well. I'm exploring and I'm still discovering what I like. But in general, kink is much more social. For me, I like to go to kink events and chat to people. I like the whole idea of dressing up. I have quite a lot of gear. I mean, I do have basically a full rubber outfit, so that's really fun.
We'll have to do a rubber night.
Yeah, that will be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, but for me, so the big thing why I am a pup is that for a lot of people, being a pup or being in any kind of other state where they put on a mask or a hood or they change their identity is a form of escapism. I work. I do a full-time degree right now, and I'm working part-time. It's not as intense as it was before, but it did give me quite a bit of stress, and alongside social activities and trying to figure out who my friends are and stuff. So for me, when I put on my hood, I become a pup. I don't have to think that much. I can think about having fun and having cuddles with people and maybe going out and dancing on the floor and just being goofy. It gives me a lot more confidence about my body because not everyone has to see my face, and it gives me a bit of anonymity, especially on social media, which is really nice. So for me, it's not very towards like this is my identity, this is what I identify as. I would think, but it does help me with just having a bit of a relief time in my life to do something that I enjoy and, as I said, get gratification out of it, even if it's not sexual.
I'm just going to quickly, while I've got a few minutes, and unfortunately we can't have any. We haven't had any social, really any proper social kink events, kink fetish events that are going on are generally very, very social in your own table. So we've got the London leather scene are doing London leather social. So if you're in London, that's a good shout. I think there may also be something coming in Reading. Keep an eye out. I think me and Jamie are working hard to try and make a social event. But
you have your
when we hopefully get back,
event,
pop. You get Kink in Liverpool's a good one. Recon's a good one.
Of course, we're saying this right now with all of lockdown. Obviously, nothing's happening, but this is what generally would happen if we weren't on lockdown.
And giving promo to good events that we enjoyed. Like,
yeah,
I'd say definitely.
Kink is amazing.
Animals is great fun.
Oh, Animals is great.
Yeah. So, but anyway, definitely look out. But unfortunately, there aren't many things going on. There are a few social events. Southwest Fetish Men are doing something. The London leather scene are doing something. We might be doing something in Reading as a social event around tables, but keep an eye out. There are a lot of things going on. Cabaret, Fetish Cabaret.
Oh, I'm really excited for that one.
That's gonna be fun for us. Anyway,
Pseudo has a very good point. When you meet people in the King and Fetish scene, usually it's really funny because you start meeting people from like their deepest fetishes, and then you start knowing them as a person. And it's actually really fun
it's hilarious.
Because you always have that boundary when you get to meet people where you're like, oh, I don't know if they like the same thing as me. I don't know if they like me as a person. Whereas in Kink, you already know like the thing that they kind of don't tell other people, normal people about. So there isn't that boundary between you two, and you can start chatting a lot more freely. I found that with a lot of Kink people, I just get along better because I can jump right in. Yeah.
Definitely. So I think we're about wrapping up now. I don't know where the time's gone. I feel like we've just gone woof. Unfortunately, there's no fancy transition for this because it's a sheet of paper on my lap. But what we're going to do for each round when we have a guest, we're going to ask them a series of questions that are LGBTQ plus related, kink and fetish related, and more. So what I've done today is that in my lunch break today, because I forgot that we were doing this. In my lunch break today, I've come up with a series of questions. It's double-sided. But I don't think we're going to need double-sided.
I'm not going to be that fast.
We're going to have. I think we're going to give you 2 minutes to answer.
We said 2 minutes.
2 minutes to answer as many questions as possible. I think I can show that. Yes, I will be able to show. We'll be able to show the time. I might not be able to show the timer, but I'll be able to do it. Give me 2 seconds. Talk for a second while I sort out the timer because I didn't do the timer.
Oh, I'm really not good at talking. Just like
I've sorted the
randomly.
timer, don't worry.
Oh, perfect. No,
I
I didn't have to.
So you've got 2 minutes to read as many questions. If you want to skip a question, just say skip. If you don't know the answer to it, just try and have a guess. I would suggest don't say skip. You probably know the answer. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to read out as many questions as possible. I'm going to talk like this because I'm going to try and give you as much opportunity as possible.
Okay.
Every time we have a guest, we're going to try and pit them against each other. So do your best because I think you want to win this at the end of this.
No, this is getting pressure. I get very competitive. This is not fun for me.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the timer. So once the timer starts, I'm going to start reading out the questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready. Okay. And go. Who won season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race in 2017?
Bob the Drag Queen.
Nope.
It
was Sasha Velour.
Oh, fuck.
The acronym PRIC stands for Personal, Responsible, Informed, Consensual what?
Pink.
Yep. The trans flag consists of what colours?
Pink, baby blue, and white.
Yep. Which famous American sitcom screened the first ever lesbian wedding?
Oh, it's pass.
Friends. In what pride was the trans flag first ever flown?
Oh, I know that. Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, the time's not gone on. Which flag has a large red bone across it?
Puppy.
Yeah. Which famous leather bar opened in 1985?
No, I don't know. I have no idea.
Nope, it was Backstreet. Buona Tavada, you dolly oldie, is Plari for what?
I don't know what you just said.
Buona Tavada, you dolly oldie stands for nice to see your pretty old face in Plari. During the Second World War, the Nazis deported up to 15,000 gay men to concentration camps. What symbol were they forced to wear to identify them?
Pink triangle.
Well done. When was the first International Mr. Leather, IML?
2000.
1979. In which year was black brown added to the pride flag to create the Philadelphia pride flag?
2019.
2017. A whip consisting of no handle is what type of whip? Snake whip. The first leather bar and one of the first gay bar was in Earl's Court. What was it originally called?
I have no idea.
The Colehern. When was the first World AIDS Day?
1989.
Oh, 1988.
No!
Well, what year was Section 28 repealed?
I don't know.
Oh, Section 28 was repealed in the year 2000, the year I was born. It was actually it was repealed in the 7th. Yeah, it was repealed 7th of February 2000.
Can we continue? This is my
No, you finished.
Oh, you finished. Okay.
Yeah, you got 5. The time went off. That's why I carried on. It was actually repealed a month before my birthday.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah.
You're a 2000s baby. That makes
I'm
so much
2000.
sense.
Yeah, I'm 2000 baby. So I think that concludes our evening. I've got to say thank you very, very much for joining us. I think we've rambled on enough for tonight. Zael got 5, so hopefully some people can beat 5. I'm going to write some more questions because we did go on the back of the paper. Hope you enjoyed tonight. Leave in the comments how much you enjoyed it, what you'd like to see next time. Also message us, say, oh, I'd like to talk about leather. I'd just like to talk about rubber. I'd like to talk about different groups around Kink and Fetish. I want to talk about pet play. I want to talk about BDSM. Just let us know what you want to talk about. Comment down below. Talk to us on Twitter. We're on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're not on Instagram.
We're not.
No, we are for an event, but not generally. I'm on Instagram personally, but yeah.
I'm on Instagram, yeah.
You can message us personally if you want. Thumper and Zael. Hope you really enjoyed tonight. I'm going to leave you with a nice intro music. I don't know, I think that's our end.
Yes.
Ooh,
First one done.
I feel like that went very quickly.
Well, hopefully see you soon next week.
Let's see. Okay, we're going to go bye. Ready? Bye.
Bye.